How to have a successful buyer consultation. I'm going to take you through all of that today. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do a buyer consultation. I have seen so many different styles and different strategies. I'm going to give you the one that myself and my team have used to help thousands of buyers purchase their home and make the process as smooth and as easy as possible for you and them. So let's talk about the setup of this. If I'm going to work with a buyer, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I use what we call our buyer trust qualifier. So if I have a phone call with a buyer, I have my buyer trust qualifier in me, and I'm going to try to get all of the questions on my trust qualifier answered. Now, why do we call it a trust qualifier? We're trying to, of course, build trust with that buyer. We want them to trust us, and I want to trust them. We want to qualify to make sure that they make sense to work with. When we're doing this, there's a lot of questions that you want to ask. That's why we use a form, and you can find it below or on our Facebook group at Bartic Real Estate Coaching. After you have all of that completed, then what you usually are going to do is set a buyer consultation, meaning that I'm going to meet with the buyer at a location to discuss how I'm going to work with them, and then have them sign what we call a buyer agency agreement, an agreement that says, I'm going to work with you to help you find the home that you want in the time frame that you want, that we both agree to. And when I do that, I'm going to receive X percentage of commission or compensation for doing that role. You can do that compensation however you decide. Check with your managing broker. There's a lot of different ways to structure this. And yes, a lot of times that kind of structure is going to be offered by the listing agent in their marketing process, but not all the time. So you're going to want to make sure you have yourself protected with a buyer agency agreement to make sure that your commission is protected and your pay is protected for you doing all of this work. Now that you've set this consultation date in place, I'll talk about two different ways to do this. Number one, you can obviously have the consultation at your office or at a Starbucks or some general location. Or number two, you can meet them at a property that they want to see. Now people go, oh, Brendan, I never, I meet them always at the office or always at Starbucks. Hey, look, I'm going to do what makes the most sense for the business decision that I need to make to work with this client. So if that means meeting them at the actual property, then I'm going to do that. And I'll talk about both strategies here. So if I'm meeting them at my office, generally I like to find out from the buyer. I'd like to have them come to my office because there I can use the big screen. We have a TV screen. I can show them all kind of different things. It's very convenient for me, of course, and the only thing I get paid for is my time. So if I can save time and have someone come to me, that makes sense. We cover a lot of territory in our area, so it doesn't always make sense to do that. Sometimes I need to meet the buyer at their home. They might be in a rental, they might be in a previous property, they might be wherever, or I can meet them at a location that's close to them. Please make sure that you're being smart and using all the security measures you can think about. So if you're going to meet a buyer, make sure somebody knows where you're going. Never go to someone's house without somebody knowing where you're at. Make sure you have all of this documented so you're safe. So that's always a big piece. Make sure you stay safe. Wherever you meet them, or I'm going to talk about wherever you meet them, you're going to go through your buyer consultation. Now, I have ours, what we call our buy with confidence. And I'm just going to take you through what we do so you understand how to leverage this. Again, none of this is going to be rocket science. It's not groundbreaking information. There's no secret to a buyer consultation. Here's the secret. Provide value, explain how they work with you and how you work with them, and can transition to getting the buyer agency agreement signed to protect yourself and move forward with a successful relationship. When we have a buyer come into the office, my goal in this situation is to explain to them the process. If they haven't purchased before, or maybe they haven't purchased in a while, I'm going to explain to them that our technology and how to use our technology so they're not using anyone else's technology, whether that be Zillow, a competitor, whatever tech they're trying to use. I really am going to try to make sure I can try to help them use my tech. That way we can talk the same language. And then I'm going to talk to them about, once we start this process, how it's going to work. So if you have a buy with confidence agreement, right? If you're utilizing this, this is just what I call kind of an easy way to make sure you don't miss any steps. So if you're presenting this, you need to practice your buy with confidence or your buying value package or whatever you want to call it. We just call it buying with confidence. We just thought it sounded nice, and I want people to be able to buy with confidence because they're utilizing myself, my team, in our services. So if you're presenting this upside down, you're going to make sure that you need to practice that because you're going to be sitting across from people in a consultation. So you need to remember these items and go boom, 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 boom. It looks weird when you have to sit next to someone and you're picking up one yourself and going, just practice your material. You do 2 presentations as a professional realtor. You do listing consultations and buyer consultations. Pretty simple. If you get both of them really done well, then you make a lot of money, you help a lot of people, you make a lot of great friends, you have a good business. A lot of people don't take the pride in figuring this piece out. So the first part of this says the buyer consultation will discuss the home loan pre-approval, today's housing market, the home search process, buyer agency benefits, negotiating strong offers, and your real estate needs. Ours is just bullet pointed to go through pre-approval, narrowing your home search, the home shopping process, make an offer. Goes all of these step by step to make it very easy for the consumer to understand. Obviously, this is simple. Pre-approval. We're going to talk to them about what their lending situation is. Have you been pre-approved by a lender yet? How are you going to be purchasing the property? Cash? Are you going to be using financing? Have you made that decision yet? We're going to talk numbers, of course, and make sure that they understand that. And then I'm going to provide them guidance on why they'd like to use my preferred lender and not some big box company that isn't going to be there on the weekend, isn't going to answer their questions. I want to make sure that they have a great level of service and that when we need to make an offer, especially in a very competitive market, I can talk to a live person very quickly and make sure that I can do what's necessary to get them the home they want. A lot of buyers don't understand that. So we got to make sure we're clear on that and make sure that we're explaining it well. Then narrowing the home search. So here's what I explain to all buyers. This isn't about quantity. This is about quality. I know you all are busy. I can tell you definitely are professionals. I want to save you as much time and convenience during this process. So there's a lot that we can do on the front end to save us time on the back end to make sure that this process is successful. And I'm going to take you through each one of those steps, okay? Then home shopping. So I'm going to explain to them how we actually utilize our tech, how we look for properties. Now, here's an easy pitch that I'll give to you just so you can understand this. Mr. and Mr. Buyer, I'm so excited I get to work with both of you. I can't wait to help you find your dream home. Hey, just so you understand, we have the most most exclusive technology in real estate that's available right now. And it makes this home buying process very easy. Now, if I'm at my office, I'm going to pull it up on my TV or I'm going to have it on my laptop if I'm at a Starbucks. And I'm going to say, so when you look at a home, I'm going to create a customized home search for you. On our website, it's very easy. Once I set up this custom search after going and confirming all the details today, all you need to do to be able to see a property is just hit this little heart button right next to the property. That marks it as a favorite. It lets me know that you have interest in seeing that home. Now, I'm going to go and do a lot of research on that property. I'm also going to be scouting properties to find for you as well. I'm going to be reaching out to neighborhoods. I'm going to let all the agents know that I'm working with you. I'm going to be finding off-market properties. But for the ones on our website, make sure that you look at all of the photos, check out the virtual tour. In addition, you see this button right here? It also shows you an aerial of the property, what's behind it. Make sure it's something that actually makes sense that you could see yourself living in. Once I see that, at the end of today's consultation, we'll set up a time and day for us to go look at actual properties, and we'll go and make sure that you have a successful home buying trip. There's also a comment section on my website where you can ask questions. So let's say you can't sleep, you're so excited to buy a new house and it's 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning or whatever time it is. Well, if you had a question about a property you're looking online, just type it into that box. It'll notify me. I'll get all the information for you, and then we can have a conversation about it. So make sure you're explaining the tech to them. It's really critical to make sure they understand how easy this process can actually be. And you need to know your tech. If you don't have your own tech and you're using, I don't know, the MLS, you can show them the MLS and that's fine. I'm not putting down any MLSs. Think about this. If you owned a restaurant, would you want to send someone else to go get the same type of food you serve at another restaurant? No, you'd want them to go to your restaurant and eat at your place. Your website is your place. If I send them somewhere else, they're eating the same food at someone else's restaurant. Well, if they keep eating the same food there, why would they going to work with me? Think about it. Making an offer. So I'm going to explain to them what happens once we find the home. I'm going to talk about that whole process. And so it sounds a lot like this. Now, after today, I've already went through your qualifier. I know exactly what you're looking for. I'm going to confirm all of this with them. Here's what I would like to do. What's the best time for you to go and look at properties? Is it nights or weekends or during the day? Okay, weekends. Okay, today is Thursday. How about we do Saturday at 9 a.m. for our home tour? What I'm going to do is what that means is by Friday, 20 24 hours prior to our home tour, I need you to mark off all of the properties that you'd like to see from the custom search that I'm setting up for you today, no later than 9 a.m. Now, we're going to make sure you set all that. You'll have all this to make sure you look at. I'm going to be looking at certain properties as well. From that point, I'm going to set up a custom property search for you. So I'm going to research all the properties, make sure they're fitting within the criteria that you want. I'm going to talk to real estate agents. And then by end of day Friday, I'll have the tour set up, and I'm going to communicate to you where to meet me at the first property to see the first home Saturday at 9 o'clock. Once we do that, I need to make sure you have a couple of things. You need to make sure that you have your checkbook, because when we find the home on Saturday, we're gonna, at least here in our area, we're gonna need an earnest money check for the deposit. Now, I know in different areas things are gonna be different, but just set the expectation of, hey, we're buying a home on Saturday. The second thing is I will have to have a pre-qualification letter from a verified lender no later than 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Actually, it'd be better if I had it about noon on Friday, just because I'd like to talk to the lender before end of business day. So if you could make sure you had that to me by noon. In addition, make sure you wear comfortable shoes. We're going to be going in and out of a lot of houses, and not only comfortable, but easy to get on and off. We're going to be going in and out of different properties. I just want to make this process as easy as possible for you. Make sure that you have gas in your car. You're going to be going to different locations, and the reason I want to make sure for this is because as we go into different neighborhoods, at the end of our tour, most of my clients will usually like to go back and drive the areas themselves, just to kind of explore a little bit more and make sure they really like the area. Make sure you have a full tank of gas if possible, or at least enough to go look at a lot of properties when we go see these homes on Saturday. The tour, we're usually looking at 8 to 10 properties at the maximum. You never want to see really more than that in one day, as they'll all start blending together. And in this market, there's probably not going to be that many even available as it stands. So we're going to go take a look at what's available and then make sure that it's the right fit for you, so you can make an offer and get into the home that you like. Any questions before we meet at the property on Saturday, or meet at the first property on Saturday? That's just the pitch, okay? And you just got to get comfortable with setting the expectation of everything that needs to happen in full speed for when you meet with them. The next part is, so we're going to explain to them the offer process. So now, once we go look at homes on Saturday, we will end up making an offer on the property that you like best that day. After we make that offer, I'm going to talk to you through all the strategies that are going to help you get your offer accepted. So again, make sure you have that earnest money checkbook with you. And I like just talking about the checkbook just simply because it gets them in the mindset of, I'm buying a house on Saturday. This is actually going down and it's going to happen. Make sure that we have that, right? So that's talking about that. And then we can talk about all the different things that happen in the offer that might be a necessity right now. We might need to waive appraisal. We might need to waive inspection to get our offer accepted. Depends on your market, but prepare them for all of the things that could possibly happen, so they're not shocked when this actually goes down. You don't want to get there on that Saturday and then go, hey, by the way, you're going to need to waive inspection to buy this house. And they're going, what? And then it's going to feel high pressured. Let them digest that for a few days before moving forward. And then next, once we get your offer accepted, you're going to explain to them the home inspection process. Explain to them how it works in your area. So this is how we do home inspections here. Don't scare your buyer. I see a lot of agents scare the heck out of buyers. I always tell them, when it comes to inspection, you have all of these different options with inspections. We have a preferred inspector that does great work, but you can use any inspector you want. Here are some of the common things in our area that you might want to consider, and let them know that. After we get past inspection, we're going to move on to appraisal if they're financing the property. Now, this is where you could explain appraisal gap clause, waiving the appraisal, how appraisals work, what to be concerned about and what not to be concerned about when it comes to an appraisal. Those are easy conversations, and if you don't know what those conversations are, join us for role play every week. We talk about all of these. We have national role play where you can join us, where we talk about these conversations and make sure that you understand how to explain them. Next, depending on your area, then we move forward to the loan approval process. So you can explain to them how the loan after getting appraisal works and all of this, and depending upon your area. And then lastly, we move forward to a successful closing. So you tell them how you work at the closing and whatever is appropriate in your area. It's very simple, it's very smooth, and it just really takes them through and understands. Now, after I go through this, then it's a simple transition to the buyer agency agreement. I go, now that you understand the process, all I need now is to take you through our buyer agency agreement that explains how I'm going to protect you during this entire process and make sure we understand how we're going to be working together. And then I take them through. And now in my buyer agency agreement, I have things that I feel that are important highlighted, and then I have a place for them to sign, of course, at the end with a highlighted area, and it's already checked off. And it's just very simple. I think people get stuck on buyer agencies. It's just moving forward and saying, look, now all I need to do is take you through this. I'm going to go over some bullet points here, and then again, I just need a signature and date, and then I keep talking about, I'm super excited to help you find the home on Saturday or whatever day you're going to go show them the property. So all I need is a signature on this, and I'll be able to start working for you. If they do not want to sign a buyer agency agreement, you have a decision as a business professional whether to work with them or not. If you don't, much higher risk, but still you can and make it successful. You could also get burned. It's not a black and white answer. Some of you already are going, well, but it is for me. I always do buyer agencies. Okay, good for you. I'm just saying, I've sold tons of houses with buyer agency agreements, tons of houses without them. I would always rather have a buyer agency agreement in place to protect myself and my time. If there's circumstances where it's just not possible, you get to make that decision as a business professional. That's what's nice about this process. Okay, so you get to make that decision. My recommendation is practice going through the buyer agency agreement with 100 people to see what their objections would be to it, to see where do you think you're going to get caught up? Do you require a transaction fee, and do you know how to explain that well enough? Hundreds and hundreds of times you need to practice this, so when it's actually game time and you have a buyer that is looking at $1 million home, you don't go blow it and walk out of there with them frustrated, them thinking that you're not a professional and you not having any signed agreement or protection, and then they go buy new construction or list or buy through the seller directly and you get paid nothing. You have to practice these techniques and understand the process, and then make sure that you can explain it, explain how it's all going to work, and then also how you're going to make it as seamless as possible. You could also explain your team, and if you have a showing assistant, how the showing assistant works. Leverage your team to help you have more success so you can work with more buyers at once, and of course work with more listings. I hope this was highly informative for you. Please feel free to drop me a comment if you have questions about this process. Hit the like button, share it with someone else that might be, struggling with getting buyer agency agreements signed or the buyer process. Let me know, your thoughts. And as always, I wish you great success.